Howdy! I'm way down here today because there's a lot of moving pieces for modules 13 and 14, and I want to make sure that I show you what I'm talking about. So, congratulations on surviving Catalog It. I'm very proud of you. I actually got an email from a concerned student because it's been so long since they've heard from me. Yeah, sorry about the feedback. It has been a rough couple weeks, but back in business, and I'm hoping to have everything caught up by the Sunday after Thanksgiving. Of course, I hope to have a lot of it done today. We'll see. Anyway, hopefully I'll be all caught up by then, just in time for modules 13 and 14. So because of the holiday, I've given you probably a week and a half's worth of work for 2 weeks because you don't want to have to be worrying, over the holiday, and people will be traveling. So modules 13 and 14 go together. It's one discussion for the 2 weeks. There are 2 blog posts, and then there is a one main assignment with 2 little sub-assignments on your blog posts. All right, so let's go through this. What you're going to do is interview a library media specialist. Hopefully you've already got one. If you want to talk to a public librarian, that's okay, but public libraries tend to use a lot more robust OPACs than we do. But you're going to interview someone who has an online public access catalog that they use regularly. If you are in a library and you have your own OPAC that you use, you can interview yourself. Basically, I just want everybody to be familiar with what an OPAC does and kind of look at it sort of, through the eyes of someone getting to know it. So you're going to do the interview or interview yourself, and you're going to document that in your blog. Then you're going to create an OPAC proposal. The OPAC proposal is one of 2 things. Either you have found before you do that, you're going to go to Breeding's site on library automation. That's right here. And Breeding's site, he has all of these different library automation companies. Not everything is here, but there's a lot of them here. So some of the open source, like LibLime, is a company that works with Koha, which is open source. So you could actually just look at Koha if you wanted. Evergreen is not here, but that's a very popular open source one. But there's plenty of things to choose from. And some of the big ones for schools, obviously, Alexandria, and where's the other one that everybody talks about? Follett. So anyway, you can go through these and they'll give you the different companies that the OPACs that you're interested in. So look at one of those and investigate it. You can go to their website. You can call and ask for information. That will get you on their call list, though, and you'll be hearing from them a lot. But however you want to find out information about this new OPAC is fine with me. So then what you're going to do is you're going to compare the 2 and decide, do you want the new one or not? And this is how your proposal is going to go. You're going to either propose that, yes, you want this new OPAC, and you're making a proposal to your administrators about it, lobbying for it. Or you could also, if you don't like the new one, you want the more familiar one, what you can do is you can lobby against a forced change. Your administrator has gone to some sort of training or PD, and they are now in love with this tool. They think it's so great. And of course, they don't understand. I say, of course, and they don't seem to understand what your needs are. And so you are lobbying to keep the one that works for you now. So take a look at that, do your proposal, and then you're going to put your proposal in the assignments tool, but I also want you to do this. So we've got a Google Doc here, which is for the OPAC projects. So you're going to create a page that you're going to link to here. So hopefully at this point, everybody knows how to create a Google Doc and everybody knows how to link it to this page. So the one that I made an exemplar here, and it's a former student, Tara, who works at Salem State. So here's the link for her proposal. She did a PowerPoint that's spectacular, Evergreen versus Koha. You don't have to do a PowerPoint. You can do just a regular old text one, but make sure that the information's there. Make sure it's robust. All of the other proposals that weren't this one were on a wiki that no longer exists, so I couldn't show you one of the standard ones, but you know how to do that. And then, so you're going to put your proposal up here, and then you're going to put a section for comments, and then your classmates are going to come in and comment. So make sure that the doc that you write is editable by anyone with the link. And when you're editing someone else's doc, of course, be careful not to mess with other people's things. But make sure that the doc that you create is editable so that people can put their comments underneath. All right, so your classmates will leave feedback, and then so please use an online format, obviously, for your proposal. And if you are doing just a document, use a Google Doc. Don't use Word or PDF because people have to download that, and if they don't have the right thing to open it, Google Docs is universal. Anybody can use it. All right. So you put up your thing, and there's two groups because there's so many of you. So group 1 is Hillary through Kay. Then group 2 is Aaron through Megan. And I want you to go to everyone's, well, this is the next week. You're going to look at everybody's. Don't worry about it for now. Just put your product up there. All right. Then there's one discussion for both weeks, 7-point discussion. And then you've got 2 blog assignments. The first one is, these are out of order, your OPAC interview. So for week 13, put your OPAC interview in whatever information that you want to keep about that in your blog. And then the second week, for week 14, you're going to revisit your list of top 10 things teachers should know about technology that you did, I think it was week 1, maybe week 2. Anyway, you're just going to copy and paste that from your initial blog post, put it back in, put it into a new blog post, and then annotate it. You can be like, wow, I thought this thing was really important, and it turns out that it was nonsense. Or more likely, you're going to say, I knew this going in, and by God, I've looked around and I was right the whole time. However you want to do it, just annotate it based on what you've learned in the class. And then week 15 is the last one. We'll talk about that next video, which is the last video. So I hope that you are having a good week. Have a great Thanksgiving, and I'll see you in the discussion boards.